Mostly with my partner, yeah. All a nigga ever wanted was some guala, yeah. I be posted on the block with my partners, yeah. I be knocking
Welcome
on
back
the
to
bar.
JustBusiness Interviews. We're here with Ant.
It's good with y'all.
Alright, so Ant, let them know what you do and where you're from.
Alright, I'm from Woodbridge. Well, actually, no. I'm from King George, VA. I was born in King George. I had never lived in anywhere else outside of VA. I've been in VA my whole life. And I'm a producer. I've been producing for almost like 2 years now. It was 2 years back in April and shit. And I produce for at least like 3 artists right now. Flash, Chevy Trev, and D Money from the V. Also scratch that S4. Sincerely Trevor, that's my bro. Been rocking with him since high school.
Alright, that sounds good. So can you tell us a little bit about you growing up, like what you did and stuff like that?
Growing up, I mean, I just had really regular life, not with all these fucking artists and shit telling me what they grow up and struggling and shit. I had normal and shit. Yeah, I really got into music in like the 3rd grade. Like, I think the first instrument I touched was like was really percussion actually. It was, what was that joint called? The xylophone. And then I somehow transferred into fucking, what's it called? Strings and all that shit.
Everybody did the strings of orchestra drink in 5th grade, what? He was playing it.
I ain't really fucked. I mean, I fucked with it at first, but then like 6th grade, they fucked up my schedule somehow. So instead of strings, I ended up playing in a band, and I was like immediately trying to get that shit fucking taken off, but I was just like, fuck it, I might as well just try it out, and I just went straight to percussion because I can't blow through fucking instruments and all that. I'm not that type of person.
Got too much air.
So I went ahead. I think the first instrument was like the snare drum. Then I moved on, so on and so forth. And then I went on and did marching band for 4 years in high school.
So you actually play instruments before you started making beats and stuff?
Yeah, like marching band really honestly inspired me more to look into it. Because at first I wanted to become a DJ, but I thought about that.
But DJ too took all the work, so I was like,
oh no. But like eventually I was like, nah, that shit is not really for me. Especially like people trying to hit me. I was like, oh, you a real DJ? I was like, I told people like I'm a DJ working in progress and shit. And they always got me. They always wanted me to fucking host their mixtapes and all that. And I was just like, I'm not ready for that. So then what's it called? I first started producing on like some like little slice shit, not as like no fucking.
Who was the first person you produced?
D Money.
Oh, D Money.
Cause I found him on Instagram one day. Someone shared him, and I actually went and listened to his shit, and I actually really fucked with it. So I was like, you know what, might as well give him a try. So I messaged him. I told him, I fuck with your shit. Fuck with me. I don't got much, to give right now, but I got some crank on deck and shit. And he's like, all right, just send it through. So I sent him it was like my first beat that I ever made. And as soon as he, like 3 days after that, he posted on his Instagram about him rapping over my beat and shit.
What song was it?
It was Trying to Take It. I forgot who was featuring on it, but he also killed that joint too. But then after that, that's after I met Chevy Trev.
Oh, okay.
So that happened back in last January when he dropped Versatile Flows.
Oh yeah, so what songs have you produced for Trevor?
It's been a minute. I know I produced Feel the Love, Why They Talking About Me. Those are on his recent tape. And what is it called? There's one joint that I'm gonna keep a secret, but it's
That keeps secret.
Yeah, I forgot what's that joint called. I think it's Halfback or some shit. It's something with football, but I'm still waiting on him to tell me when to drop that shit. Cause we've had that in the vault for almost a year now.
Oh, good.
Then after Trevor, that's when that same day I met Rick, and me and Rick just been rocking ever since. That's how.
You ever collabed on beats before?
We did. We actually made the Posse beat.
Oh, okay.
I went over it was this one day I was like, I asked Rick, what you doing right now? He said he was with like a couple people and they was working on one. I think it was like one song or some shit. I was like, alright, I'm just gonna fuck with you. We ended up going out to what was it? We ended up going out to PF Chang's, and we ended up seeing him there, and him over there acting goofy as shit, but I think it was funny as hell. And then we went back to his house. They finished up their song and shit, and then I was just there with Rick, and we went live with it, I think, and we just made the beat like within like a whole hour on live. And eventually I posted it on my Instagram. He did the same thing, and I sent it to Flash the next day. And I told him, I was like, yo, you really need to, what you think about this? And I FaceTimed him at the same time. And he was like, yeah, I'm definitely fucking with this and all that shit. And then, obviously, I just waited until, when it came out. And eventually I knew that he put it on the Rick Made It tape. Yeah. And I found out that I was like, ooh, this song, it didn't sound too bad. I still crank that at least every day I go to work and shit, so.
So, was there anybody in your family that has any musical background besides you?
Nah, all my family is all in the military. My mother and my father were Air Force. My sister wanted to become a part of the Army, but she didn't really fuck with it. Most of my family is military. I'm like the only one opposite. So
is there any artists around basically the Virginia area that you hope to work with? Give me 5 artists that you want to work with. 5
artists.
And why?
I wanna work with Lil Heem because I've been seeing him blow up a little bit, and I really do fuck with his energy and the shit that he's bringing. So he definitely can bring some. I definitely can work with some with him. Tay Glocka, really just the whole fucking FTC. They've been really making it. They really be
shout out FTC.
Nah, for real. But them, who else? Young School. I remember what song was that? I think it was Designer. It's the first song I heard about him. That, as soon as I heard that shit, I instantly, one day I jumped in his eye. I was like, yo, you really gotta fuck with me. And he was like, just send me some shit, whatever. So I can get some shit going with him. Who else? Oh, Leary. Definitely.
Oh, yeah, shout out to my Larry. She better at niggas than this. That's what she be saying.
Yeah. I hit her up about middle of last year and shit.
She hit you back?
Nah, she did.
We've been talking. We better get her right now. She hit you back.
We've been talking, but it's I sent her a couple of beats, but she never got to me back on that shit. So, but I've seen all the songs that she's doing, especially with going back with old school and new school. So
yeah.
So I'm trying to, work on something like that. And also there's one more artist. Her name is Skinny K.
Skinny K.
Yes.
Oh, I think I heard her before.
Yeah.
She new, right? She's a beginning artist.
Well, I'm gonna say beginning artist. She dropped a tape
she dropped a tape?
Yeah, she has a whole tape called NYK. It's still out on Spinner Royal right now.
Where's she from?
She's
from this area?
Yeah, she's from this area and shit. I remember I recently started talking to her. It was 3 months ago. It's been really just working on. I've been really working on with her, just trying to get her back up to her standards. Cause after that tape, she dropped I think she dropped one song, and then nobody heard from her again. But now I'm in the works with her.
So what songs do you produce for her?
Oh, we haven't produced.
Oh, you haven't done it yet? Oh, that's just one person you want to work with. Yeah, I think I heard one of her songs before.
We actually got some shit coming to her. She's doing some Freestyle Fridays. She wants me to do the beats for her for right now. So I'm gonna definitely be on with her for a little while.
So so when you're making a beat, how do you start one? It depends on your mood or who you want to do it for.
Yeah, it's first it's the mood. So it's if it's one day, if I'm at work or just chilling at the park or some shit, and I'm listening to a YG song, Flash, or anybody, depending on that type of song, I'll think of that melody and I'll keep that stuck in my head until I go back home. Then as soon as I get back home, I'll try to at least conduct or create something towards or something like that. And then after the melody, then I come with the 808s and all that other shit. Cause I don't.
What is 808?
It's all this shit that you hear, basically what carries the beat. You know?
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a producer.
That's all. There's a reason. That's most of the reason why you see people jumping in parties and shit. Cause that's the first thing that they hear, and that's the pulse that keeps everybody jumping. And shit, it's the 808s and the kicks and all that. That's how. That when you see people dancing and shit, and like they'll like never. Some people never miss a beat. That's where it all comes from. So, yeah. So melody comes first, then the 808s, then everything after that. People will say, well, Rick mostly said I'm like a technical producer, cause how Rick will be, he'll make some like simple shit. Like I'm gonna say simple, but like just like just laid out cool shit. But when he hears like when I was making the Posse video, I was telling him, I told him I was like, why is this hi-hat higher pitch than that hi-hat and shit, and he was like, oh, why are you so technical with this shit? I'm just like, this shit just sounds weird to me, because when I want to make some shit, I want to sound like, what's it called, Southside, how Southside, Metro, they're all like, everything that they sound is just, different, so it's like, I want to, my sound, I want to
be different?
Yeah, different and actually sound professional. So it's like, I don't want to just be some random ass nigga making some shit off of FL Studios and all that shit. Like, I want my shit to definitely sound different. That's what really separates me from other people for. So,
how long have you been producing? You said 2 years, right?
Yeah, 2 years.
2 years. So, do you remember when you made your first beat?
My first beat, it was really on some like cringy ass shit. Like I did not know what I was doing.
You was using your laptop, computer, your phone, what you was doing?
I was using my computer.
Okay.
I didn't use GarageBand like how everybody else will start. I found like good software, and I was just searching through samples and shit of like what I actually like, and I found like 2 good little samples and all that, and I put in like some plugins or whatever. Plugins and all that shit, and I ended up making it. It didn't sound too bad, and eventually I made that within like 3 hours. Can y'all take a listen to my beats and the beat and see what y'all think? And I sent it to like 4 people that day in class. They told me it was like that actually cranking and all that shit. So
do you only make rap type beats, or you trying to be versatile where you can sing beat, rock beat, or are you trying to?
I'm very versatile with that shit. Like I've had so many people. My bro, sincerely Trevor, I make like little chill beats for him, like, cause he's more, I wouldn't say like a poetic type person, but he's just more for like just outminder or some shit like that. He really just thinks off of his recent song that he made is mostly off of like his ex and like moving on and all that shit, that type of shit. I can fuck with either that type of shit, that chill shit, or some straight trap shit, or I can make some I'm currently trying to do some R&B type shit.
Yeah. So is there any producers that you see like in the industry already that's top notch that you look up to? Like 3, like give me 3 and then give me a reason why.
Zaytoven, and I say that really because
I've been seeing that all the time, Zaytoven.
Yeah, that man is versatile, especially with the way he plays the keys and how he's able to make everything, like especially make the piano sound just so beautiful. It's so great. The second one I'd say is John Tego, the one that I've been hearing about for a while now, especially off of Ricky Rick's Roll song. I've been hearing his shit. He's got that Zaytoven vibe as well. The way he's playing with the keys, organ, and just the background and just the whole vibe he really is something I definitely look up to. And also, let me see who else. Also, probably Ronnie J. He's on that more aggressive shit, but he can turn that into really something. So I definitely fucks with him a lot.
Is there any big artists in the industry right now that basically you want to send them your beat and they rock your shit right now?
Probably Uzi.
Uzi, that's the only one?
I mean, really Uzi, cause I remember when I first heard about Uzi, and this was before everyone knew about like Money Longer and all that shit. I remember it was like one song, What Do You Want?
Okay.
I first
What do you want?
I first heard that joint, And I mean, at first I think that I didn't really know like who he was at that time. And actually, when people started talking about him, like I went in the class one day and they were talking about. I was like, who is this nigga rapping? He's like, that's Lil Uzi. And eventually I ended up listening to more and more of his shit. And that's really what it's like one day I wanted to work with him, and I still do. Also, one rapper is probably Fredo Santana. That's my favorite rapper of all time. And just off of, I literally know like most, like 80% of his songs. Like that's like one person I had like a whole dream of like personally meeting and actually working. Because especially to see how he was before, you know, off of how he was on some, you know, the GBE and all that shit, and then see how he, you know, grew his dreads and fucking, you know, changed his ways. It's really was interesting to see how he is for real, and how he, and unfortunately it's sad that, you know, he passed away from off of this.
Alright, so is there any R&B artists that you like to work with that's big in the industry?
Not off the top of my head right now. Probably maybe like Alicia Keys or so. Can't think of like, you know, too many.
So you're more into like basically hip hop?
Yeah.
Maybe kind of.
Yeah, like a little bit. I mean, I used to listen to like Beastie Boys and all of them back in the day, you know, when I was like 5 or 6 and shit. But hip hop is really where my heart is at right now and shit.
So what are some things that people don't know that's hard about being a producer? Give us like probably like 5, 6 things.
I'd probably say like the one main thing about it is just like having fucking producers block. And I've struggled with this like most of the time when I'm making beats. It's like, it's like sometimes I'll sit down and I'll work on some shit, and next thing you know, like I'll make it, you know, sound crank or whatever, and then the next day I'll come back and I'll sit and I'll listen to that shit again. And next thing you know, I'll be thinking, oh, that shit is trash. And I'll just trash that shit and fucking restart all over again. And next thing you know, I'll be stuck for like almost an hour or 2 hours or so trying to think of some shit. And eventually I'll just stop. Like I had that happen to me for like a whole like 6 months, cause like I say January, I went into college and shit. So I really wanted to focus more on school and getting that out the way.
Yo, what college you went to?
Nova.
What's your degree? Or what are you trying to get?
Right now I'm just getting general studies out the way, but I'm trying to move into like cybersecurity. My parents really want me to try at least cybersecurity, because they said that it pays more and shit. So I mean, I don't have a problem with making the money and shit. But yeah, I stopped producing for like a few months so I could focus on school and shit. And now I said at start of summer I was going to start and push out more beats and start pushing more collaborations with a lot of more producers and shit. I'm trying to get some with Renzo right now. I hit him up later on and shit. But that's really like the most main thing about it, is just having producers. But like eventually just fucking just like sitting there and just think it's like basically almost like writer's block and shit.
On average, how long does it take you to make a beat? Or it really depends?
Well, I mean, it depends, but usually it's probably like 1 to 3 hours or so. Like if I start some shit that first time and then I come back the next day, it'll take me at least a good solid hour. Because really, eventually, all it is, especially for like simple beats that I'll probably make and shit, all I have to do is just copy and paste and just make sure that everything is lined up and nothing sounds out of place, like fucking hi-hats are too loud on the snares, and like fucking kicks are not fucking soft as hell over the 808s.
So do you think you playing the instruments before helped you with the producing?
Honestly, it did, because when I did marching band, I did bass drum. And that's really where I got the love of 808s, because I carried a giant ass bass drum. Like it was like probably like this like all the way out here and shit. And for me to carry that, honestly, it was just like that made me more into producing, because I just love the sound of 808s and kicks and all that. So really, marching band really put me in that position, and that's something I will probably never forget.
So, do you want to take this producer thing real far, as in basically be one of the top producers in basically the United States and the world, stuff like that?
Yes, definitely.
So what is your goals besides being a top producer?
I mean, right now my goal is just to just get myself out there a little bit more. Obviously, I'm known, but I'm not well known like Rick and all of them and shit. So I just want to get more collaborations, start getting more placements with artists. Eventually, right now I'm starting with the bass here in Nova. Eventually, I want to reach out like Shabazz, Rico, Shelly, Gunu, all of them and shit. I want to eventually reach out to all of them. So eventually then I'll be able to expand and go to different places and work with them. But right now, just start the bass and let myself be known to eventually I'll be known other places as well.
So what is some advice that you give to basically somebody that's trying to be a producer?
Right now, I would definitely say, like, if you're gonna be a producer, just be patient, and just really patience is a virtue for real. Because a lot of people, especially a lot of young producers, they want to start out and they want to, I really want to get this placement with, Bally or, Shabazz and all that shit, but they don't know. It's like, it's gonna take time because you're not gonna be able to send a beat off that you probably made within like 30 minutes or so, and it sounds like fucking awful and shit. What you think is tough, and you send it off to an artist and shit, the most, like 9 times out of 10, they're gonna skip over that shit and not really include it. So it's like, just wait on your turn and just make sure, make your craft perfect, because you don't want your craft to just sound like, you don't want it to sound like some fucking trash compared to the others, and then get jealous of like, oh, why is my beat, getting fucking overlooked, and his beats are better than something. His beats are just getting noticed and shit. Most of the reason because he's been perfecting his craft and making himself known better than I am, but better than that person. So really just wait and just master your craft, because eventually that time is gonna come for you. So that's really something that I would really inspire young producers, especially the young producers right now in Nova, to just be mindful. It's just patience is a virtue.
Do you have any upcoming like songs, mixtapes that you're featured on as producing or anything like that you can say? I know you got some unreleased.
I got one song coming. I got one song coming on this tape with Huncho Heem and Freaky Flash. I'm the first. I think I'm the intro song. I'm thinking about dropping a beat tape before the end of summer, so around like late August or so. And I got a lot of unreleased stuff with Chevy Trev to come soon, Sincerely Trevor, Skinny K with the Freestyle Fridays, my bad, and what else? That's really just about it. But until all that comes around, I'm just gonna be mostly just getting my craft together and making sure my beats are up to par of what I want them to be.
So when you sending your beats out and basically marketing yourself, how do you get the artists to basically check you out? Do you DM them, email them? Like, how do you market yourself and your beats?
I usually just do it by DM right now. I mean, I put out like usually on Twitter and Instagram, I'll just put out like a little 20-second, 30-second preview like this beat, and I'll say who you think can kill this certain beat or something like that. Okay. And then I get like at least like a few responses or so, and they'll put like mentions and all that. And I put up one little snippet. I got the attention of OG Lindo and D Money and all of them. It was like definitely you need to send that to me like right away type shit. And I told them both, I was like, I'm still working on it, and it's still a process, so just wait on it, and trust me, I believe I'll make my decision later on and all that shit.
So do you see yourself maybe in the future, besides doing producing, to add it, like anything else? Like
well, one thing I am is a very competitive video gamer. And I'm not.
You playing Fortnite?
Hell no. I fuck Fortnite. I don't fuck
Fortnite.
I don't. I'm like, okay, I'm at least decent at the game, but I'm not fucking like Ninja and all them with crazy building skills and all that shit. I play either Madden. I don't fuck with 2K. Fuck 2K for real. I play NBA Live, Call of Duty, all that. Because, for real, There's all those there's a lot of groups, especially in the competitive business, that get paid a lot, especially going to tournaments and actually winning out like $200, $300 or so. And since I've been playing video games ever since I was young, like I still have my Super Nintendo NES in my closet as we speak, and I'm still never giving that away. So it's really just been gaming has been like a lot for me, and obviously I can split my time up, and I can play and also work on my music as well. But if I'm not working on beats, I'm really getting into it.
What's your favorite game?
Ooh, that's a tough one. Ooh, that's a very tough one. Ooh, it's probably gonna have to be. It's not Madden 18. It's probably Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the first one. That's really what brought the Call of Duty series out and all that. Even though they made Call of Duty series is trash right now with all this fucking boost jumping and all that shit, but it's still my favorite game of all time.
Alright, so before we end, you gotta give out your shout outs to your family, any friends, any producers, artists that you like to give.
To my family for always sticking, by me, even though, rough times, even though I can be, somewhat of an asshole, I still have love for them. Shout out to Skinny K, I have mad love for her, got mad shit coming with her soon. Shout out Ricky Rick, Sincerely Trevor, Trev, Vicky Flash, Huncho Heen, whole FTC. Shout out whole Nova for real, because honestly, this has been my real home ever since I've been living in Virginia and shit, so really just all of Nova. We're coming up soon. Honestly, I would say just keep pushing yourselves and just stay the fuck out of the way of all the fuck shit for real. Because for real, we have a chance to make something happen. If we can just put the guns down, stop beefing over little petty shit, we honestly can be better than DC and Maryland combined. No cap. The media, Juice Man Amp, it's Juice Man, and there's 2 T's at the end. Twitter, Amp got the juice, all cash for beginner learners and shit. And my Snap is DJ Black Stars. That was my DJ name before I became producing this shit. Stay tuned. Beat Tape dropping soon. Freaky Honcho dropping soon. Whole lot of new shit dropping soon. Just stay tuned and keep your head up.
Mostly with my partner, yeah.